All right, awesome. We're live.
So
you
excited.
you guys are tuning in to our very first ever Nonprofit Connect. This is hopefully our first annual, but this is also our very first one. Like,
I'm honored to be here.
you're
this
the
morning.
first one in the studio.
I know, I got props, man.
So I hope this all works well and everybody hears us and sees us.
Yeah.
And we have Mario behind the scenes here, making sure everything's working well. So, Lorna, I think all of Owensboro knows you. I feel like.
Well, honestly, I kind of wanted it that way.
Yeah.
Just so that I could bring awareness to the botanical garden.
Yeah.
We were a hidden secret for a lot of years. So that was one of my first jobs, was to build the awareness of the garden.
Okay, so let's take it back to, when did you start in this position and how did you get it?
All right. Well, I grew up in Owensboro and I moved away in '94 and I came back in 2011. And in the first month, I met Susie Tyler, who was the executive director and founder of the Botanical Garden. I met her at a little after hours party thing. And she piqued my brain about my kids. And I had been a member of the Botanical Garden in San Antonio, where I lived, because I'm a nature lover.
Mm-hmm, me too.
I'm not a gardener.
Me
People
either.
assume that I am because I'm there. It's that I appreciate what's there.
Yeah.
And when I reflect in life, the older you get, the more you reflect. But I realized that I always sought peace and solace in going outside in the woods and nature. And so I just always try to reconcile that and press that upon people. It's a place for you to unplug and recharge. Put the phones down, and except for the beautiful photos. Oh my gosh, you could take 1,000 pictures on every visit there. But I'll just be intentional while you're there and just soak in the peaceful, quiet, gorgeous moments that are there for you and your family or loved ones. So I always say that every visit to the Botanical Garden is a special memory. You're always going to refer back, remember we went to the Botanical Garden and it rained, or that butterfly landed on your hand. All those little moments are very memorable at the Botanical Garden.
And it's always a good time of year to go, right? But what's the busiest time?
When people ask me when the best time is to visit, I say you can count on Mother's Day having color. A lot of people want to see the blooms.
Mm-hmm.
Now in April, we are that lush, beautiful green of the spring green, where there's all these different colors of green. And I like April just as much. And later in April, the better. But by Mother's Day, we should have quite a few blooms happening of different varieties of plants. And then beyond that, we are beautiful until the first frost.
Yeah.
So I just cut a bouquet of roses last week, knowing that the frost was coming. So I took advantage.
Yeah.
Cut a bouquet.
Are they in your office?
I took them home because of the long weekend.
Yes.
But they were in my office, but then I did take them home.
Aww.
So yeah, I get to take advantage of that.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so you guys are a nonprofit.
Yes.
Obviously, today is Giving Tuesday. That's why we're here.
Yes.
It's a global day of giving where people just start thinking about what nonprofits, what organizations should we support.
Yes.
And so I guess my big question for you is, what do you guys need help with? How, if somebody's watching right now and they would love to help the Western Kentucky Botanical Garden, what do you need?
Here lately, there always is a project. And I did designate today's dollars to go to our koi pond. We have this beautiful, luscious koi pond that is about as big as this room. It's not very big. And we are in the midst today of expanding it. It will be almost tripled in size. It will have a giant bridge going across it so you can stand on top of the koi pond, another photo op as well. And it's going to be beautiful. But we have had to fight for every dollar for this koi pond project, which surprised me because I think it's such an appealing, beautiful, and it's highly impactful, the presence it will have at the Botanical Garden. So we're almost there, but there's a few more dollars we need to grab if we can, so that we can put the finishing touches on the outside of it with plantings and rocks and including the bridge as well.
Yes.
So that's today's fundraiser. There's always something though.
Yeah, so if you donate money today on Giving Tuesday to the Western Kentucky Botanical Garden, which, how can they do that, by the way?
So on our Facebook, I shared late last night, and I have posts coming out all day with a link. It is PayPal giving. You don't have to have a PayPal account to check out. You would check out like you were buying something from Ulta.
Nice.
So don't be scared when you see the PayPal, but it is a feature of PayPal giving. So there's a link on our website, on our homepage. If you just scroll down an inch, you'll see the Giving Tuesday motto there, as well as a hyperlink for you to go and donate.
Nice. Okay. So what else do you guys provide at the garden? So it's not just a place for you to come and walk around. You can do that, obviously, and it's super beautiful. You gave me a tour not too long ago, and it wasn't even the prettiest time of year, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
But what else, like, do you rent it out?
So we host a lot of events throughout the year where it is rented out. We had 28 weddings this year. It was a busy, busy year. We are limited currently for smaller weddings. Now, if you brave the elements and take a risk that it might rain, you can book, and we've had plenty of 150 size parties. And thankfully, everybody got lucky this year. There was only one wedding that had to modify because of rain. So our next big project, and it's underway, is an event center space. So be on the lookout for details about that. We'll be promoting more about it as we get further along in the project. We have the funding secured because we were in capital campaign mode. We are seeking a little bit more funds so that we can make sure this building gets finished to the level it needs to be finished to be an event space for years to come.
Sure.
So that's something else. But education is a big part of what we do. We collaborate with so many entities in Owensboro, and specifically the public library. For about 5 years, they have been coming to the garden and holding, I always say they are fun, educational ways to learn about the botanical garden. So it's learning fun, hands-on, and that's the best way that kids learn, I think, because it sticks as a memory as well. So education is a big factor there, with lots of school visits every year as well. And we did Monarch Day this year for the very first time. Hugely successful. Over 800 people were in the garden that Saturday. And we plan to bring that back, of course.
Yeah.
So we have beautiful t-shirts for sale for Monarch Day as well, but it was a really fun day.
Yeah. So I'm going to go back to the weddings because I have a feeling there are a lot of people who are thinking about wedding season and where can they have their venue. If they wanted to be indoor only, how many people?
Today, I would tell you 75 maximum.
Okay.
If you need everybody seated at the same time, it's 50.
Okay.
But 75, the Weatherberry can hold that because we can use our front and back porches for some overflow, but also we have the grand hallway as well as the seating area of 50.
Yeah.
So and 75 is the maximum that I'm comfortable with because of wear and tear on the historic home.
Yeah, of course.
It's 180 years old.
Yeah.
So
you want
have
to
to
keep
be
it in
careful.
condition.
Yeah.
For sure. You also have a raffle coming up.
We do. I'm glad you remembered that. Thank you. Next Monday at 12:30, we will draw one lucky winner. I made it affordable. It's only $10 a ticket, and one winner takes everything, and that includes a bottle of 10-year Pappy Van Winkle. My favorite are the 2 4-day romp passes.
Nice.
There are also 2 symphony tickets, passes for tours at Green River Distillery, tickets for the Barbecue and Barrels, which is a newer event that Visit Owensboro created. I've been the last 2 years. That's amazing.
Is this all one prize?
One prize package, a gift card to True Value. Oh, Gordon's Hardware now. They have True Value. Sorry, David. Gordon's, I want to say True Value. Gordon's Hardware, and we got a gift card to there, and some other things too. So it's a wonderful prize package. Only $10. And if you win, maybe you don't care about the ROM tickets, and your sister's really going to love you when you give her your ROM tickets, because you can just divide the package up and give it away as Christmas presents if you want to.
Nice.
So it's just really cool. And that's what really the 12 months of giving, we started with the Christmas theme and kind of stretched it out. And it's an experience there for every month in Owensboro, Kentucky.
Yeah, I think that's super.
It is.
You and I talked a little bit when I visited you, and we're kind of all over the place, but we're short on time. So we want to be sure we hit lots of things. You don't get grant money, right? Or at least you don't get a lot of grant money.
We are always seeking grants.
Right.
For us, because of the type of nonprofit we are, we're not a human and health services necessarily. I do believe we supply mental health.
Yes.
100%. There is supporting documentation that says being outside is good for your mental health.
My husband and I go hiking because it's just good for you
It is.
to be in nature, not the physical part of it,
It
just
is.
being out there.
It is. It refuels you and it
Mhm.
makes you escape and shut down life for a minute. So, where were we going with this? I forgot already.
The grants.
Thank you,
You're
the grants.
welcome.
No, and we get help from the city and the county every year. A small amount of their budget is allocated to the arts. We fit in the arts category. So us, along with other arts category people in Owensboro, get some small funding from the city of Owensboro and Davis County Fiscal Court.
Nice.
So last year, Davis County Fiscal Court was extra generous because we asked for more and they answered. So I really, really appreciated that last year. It allowed us to repave all of our pathways in the botanical garden last year. So
Very cool.
but yeah, and then there's other, state grants or more local grants. We're trying to go for federal dollars and state dollars, and we haven't had much success yet. So Andy Bashir, if you see this, no, I'm just kidding. It's not up to Andy. It's our other offices there.
And you also get some funding through your memberships.
Yeah. So what sustains us is event rental income, membership dollars, admission dollars, donations, and lots of fundraisers. I feel like I'm always doing a fundraiser, and it's because we pretty much are.
Mhm.
But your dollars do go a long way to make the garden beautiful. That's where a lot of the dollars go. But we have water and electric bills. I mean, the watering this year with the dry summer we had, our bill was pretty high for keeping things irrigated and pretty, but we were pretty all year long. We had a really, really good year this year in 2024. So
you guys are working so hard.
we are.
So obvious.
And volunteerism. Oh my gosh. There's always a capacity to volunteer. I can use in the office sometimes if you're not a green thumb, because a lot of us aren't. But there's always some garden work that you can help with. And we wouldn't be where we are without volunteers, and especially the master gardeners in the Green River Area Extension of Master Gardeners. They're there all the time. And they are the ones that made Santa possible. We just had Santa and Mrs. Claus. And they did that 100%. I said, you all got this. And I walked away. I did make an appearance that day, but they were in charge, and it was over 300 people. So it was great.
That's a huge turnout.
It is a huge turnout.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of opportunities for photo ops with Santa.
Mhm.
So we were glad they chose us.
And you had a good Santa.
Yes, Santa and Mrs. Claus, they were amazing. And they were very jolly.
Aww.
And they took great pictures, and they were very interactive with all the kids. So it was great.
Will you be able to post some of those photos? Do you get copies of them?
Yes, Dee Whitaker we've adopted her. She's adopted us. I don't know which.
I'm glad you're giving her a shout out.
Dee Whitaker is amazing. Dee Whitaker social media, media. And she will provide us a link to a lot of the pictures. And she actually did already a lot of promos, and she filmed Santa and Mrs. Claus as they arrived and had a video on Facebook. So Dee's been great for us. And hopefully we've been great for Dee. So hi, Dee.
Aw, hi, Dee. Well, I really appreciate you coming in here. It's like I said, it's our very first Nonprofit Connect. We really feel like the community wants to support our nonprofits, and I think sometimes they just don't know who they want to help.
Yeah, and today, it being Giving Tuesday, my heart is all over the place. So even if you give $5 or $10 to 5 or 10 different people, those $5 or $10 add up. So go out there and make those donations to all your favorite nonprofits. We hope to be one of them, and if we're not, come out and visit us in 2025. And we'll make you a lover of the botanical garden, because I think it would surprise you. If you've never been, don't you feel like there's a lot more to it than what we expected?
Yes, I pulled up, and first of all, I was like, okay, where do I even go? This place is way bigger.
Yeah, we have a big campus.
Yeah.
It's been pieced together over the years, but we're up to 19 acres that we maintain and own. So yeah, it's great.
I have a feeling there are a lot of you watching who have never even been there. And so if nothing else, I encourage you to at least go check it out. I think you'll fall in love.
Thank you. And I agree. We're very confident to send you out there and that you'll be happy you went.
Yep. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure that if you're not already, go on Facebook, Western Kentucky Botanical Garden, and follow Lorna and everything that the garden is doing. Thank you, and we will be back soon.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you so much.